Welcome back to another Tier Masters video. Today our topic is going to be board games, and although this list isn't quite extensive, it pretty much covers most of the games that all of us played as a kid or as an adult. So the first game that we've got here is Apples to Apples. If you've played Cards Against Humanity before, you probably think this is just inferior, so I'm going to put it in D tier. I know people that don't quite like the PG-13 or R rating of Cards Against Humanity prefer this, but it's just kind of inferior if you've played the other. Second, I don't even know what this game is. I've never learned what it was. I thought it was cribbage for a while. D, never played it, never really cared to. Battleship is great unless you have a friend that's cheating, but overall it's a pretty fun game that you can just come back and play every once in a while. I'll probably put it in B. Okay, what is this next? Ogle? I don't know. It looks like Scrabble, but worse. I'm just gonna put it D for now. Candyland's really fun, and it's got great illustrations on it. It's pretty straightforward. Not too good, not too bad. Probably put it in B. Checkers is fun when you're a kid. When you get older, there's just better alternatives to it, but there's nothing like going to a Cracker Barrel every once in a while and playing, so I'm going to put it in the C tier. Now, if you haven't fallen down the chess rabbit hole, believe me, it can be a little bit of a time consumer, but I absolutely love chess. You can get consumed in the game and be steered away from society in general, but this is S tier. Chutes and Ladders, very simple, not a lot to it, C tier. Clue's a very fun game if you've got people involved that really know what they're doing and have played it before. The downside is if you haven't played it before, it can be hard to pick up, but I like A tier for this. Connect 4 is a pretty fun little game. Not too much to it. I know there's some variants of it that have different objectives or different dimensions even. This is a B tier. I haven't played the Game of Life before, but I've watched people play it. It didn't look too fun or interesting to me, and it could be overcomplicated for just a small little board game. This is going to be C tier. Guess Who's probably one of the most underrated games on this list. It's a really fun game to pick up and just kind of compete with your friends and see what your problem-solving skills are. Kind of similar to 20 Questions in a way. This goes in A tier. There is nothing like a good old Jenga game. You can play this with anyone at any party. This is easily an S tier. I feel like not too many people have played Mastermind, but it's really fun. It's kind of like Wordle in a way, but I'm going to put this in B tier. I can't even tell what this game is, so it goes in D tier. I feel like the only downside to Monopoly is usually when someone says, oh, we don't have enough time to play it. But if you do have enough time to play it, it's easily an S tier game. There's nothing quite like hustling people for every nickel and dime and getting people to kneel at your feet while you take money from them. Parcheesi, I don't know. I've never played this. D tier. Pictionary can be fun. It really depends on how good people are at drawing. I'm going to put it at C. It really depends. If it was a bunch of artists that are playing, it's at least an A tier. But for the average person, probably C. I think Risk can be overcomplicated for people. Because of that, I'm going to put it in C tier. Scattergories is a really fun game. It's kind of a brain teaser type game where everybody kind of gets to sit there and think. You're not always communicating with each other until the end of the round. Because of that, I'm going to put it in B. Scrapple's a fun little word game. Although nowadays we have so many games on the iPhones and different apps that pretty much make it easier to play than Scrabble. Because of that, I'm going to put it in B, but it's still a fun board game overall. Now, I love this game. The thing about Sorry is it's simple, yet it's so fun. There's just something so fun about making people mad, but playing a game that's so simple. It's easily an A tier. I don't know what this game is, and I don't really care to play it. I'm just going to put it in D tier. Same with this game, never played it. Trouble, I haven't played in a long time, but I don't remember being too fond of it. It's a C tier. Twister is a really fun game, but it has to be played very situationally. There's not a lot of situations that it can be played in, but when it is played, it's really fun. I'm kind of torn between B and A. I might put it in B, and then I might move Battleship up to A. There's not much that needs to be said about Uno. It's one of the GOATs of games. Everybody loves it. The only thing that I really can think of that's bad is when people do the stupid Uno rule where as soon as you put a card down, they scream Uno before you. But it's really only meant for people that just forgot to say Uno. But besides that, it's a goat of a game. Yahtzee's not my favorite game. It can be fun, but it's just purely luck-based. I mean, there's a little strategy involved as far as when to choose which combination. But I'm going to put it in B, and I think that's a little generous. So there we have it. You guys let me know what you think I got completely right or completely wrong, and I'll see you in the next one.